So we all know that Gisele Bündchen has moved on from Tom Brady and is having a baby with another man. But what's Tom up to? I'm Ian Mohr, the editor of Page Six, here with senior reporter Mohr Siegler, who can tell you all about it. What is Tom doing? There was a picture of him that surfaced on social media, kind of a grainy, blurry picture of him with maybe a blonde
lady.
woman
It was her
on
back.
the street.
Yes.
What was
somewhere.
that? Yeah, people are
It's one
interested.
of these things in celebrity culture where, you know, it happens to Leonardo DiCaprio a lot. He's photographed with a woman and all of a sudden they're dating. And
right, or Brad Pitt. Brad
Yes.
Pitt was always like, I had to bring my mom to the Oscars because any woman I stand next to they think is my girlfriend.
Yeah, Tom Hiddleston was on an interview with a reporter once and it was like, new girlfriend. But anyway, so it was this very nondescript photo of him. You couldn't see the woman's face. You couldn't, maybe they were on the street. Like, who knows where they were. But so there was a lot of chatter this week that, Tom Brady is dating somebody. However, we are told he is not dating anyone. Right now, he is focused on, the quote was, our source told us, is that he is super focused on work and on his kids.
It's so dull, but I think it's probably true. I mean, since Tom and Gisele divorced in 2022, he had a fling with Irina Shayk, and maybe we kept reporting that he was seen at parties, including one with Leo DiCaprio. And I've actually seen him at parties. Yeah, you were there. I saw him at another party in Atlantic City. He's sort of there and he'll be like sort of talking to women, but there hasn't really been a lot of evidence that I don't know what's going on.
Well, I don't think he has to do much. Like I will say I was at Art Basel and there's this billionaire coal heir named Wayne Boyce who has an over-the-top party every year. Like Snoop Dogg played, Lil Wayne, who's actually very Lil. It was hard to see him on stage. He played, but Leo and Tom Brady were in the back. And I don't think he sits there and the women congregate and he looks at his phone and then he looks up and I think he's sort of just maybe gets to pick one if he feels like it. Is that so terrible to say?
Right. I mean, I was at like Jay-Z had this like over the top charity blackjack tournament in Atlantic City that I was at where like Travis Scott played and Kim Kardashian was there, and it was the same thing with Tom. He just kind of stands there and like looks at his phone and whatever. So we'll see what happens next if any more Grady photos pop up.
I mean, I do think it's interesting that he is focusing on the kids. He has the two kids with
that's
Gisele.
Totally. That's
he has a kid
responsible.
with Bridget Moynihan, and now with this new kid on the way, which we had heard and reported previously. He was stunned about that news. He was surprised by it.
That Giselle's having a child with her jiu-jitsu instructor, Joaquim Valente.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, apparently he was stunned by the news, but then sources also told us that he's now come to terms with it. He's kind of wrapped his head around it and is, being supportive. So we'll see.
A source also told us that the kids are very excited to have a new sibling on the way.
Well, we'll see what happens. I feel like in PR, right, when in doubt, everyone's like stepping down to spend time with their family. Everyone's focusing on their family. Ivanka Trump is focused on her family. Everyone's just focused on their family. So we'll see what happens next. For more on Tom Brady and everything that's going on with Gisele Bündchen, you can check out page6.com.